Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Bol.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna
कोई आता है? Somebody's coming.
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare. जय श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, श्री गौर निताय की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, ताई गौर प्रेमानंद।
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Rama 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Go Pramanande. Now is the time for the class.
Maybe some. Hare Krishna. Thank you for all for coming for Bhagavad Gita class. So I'll begin with some Jai Radha Madhavas just before I begin the class as usual. And then, we'll discuss something from the Gita as usual. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Gokulanda Bhagavan ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaunithai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopis Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram, Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranidai, 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 Jaya Gauranidai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nidai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nidai Gaura Haribo. Hare Krishna. So, before we start reciting the Bhagavad Gita, we usually say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I'll say it 3 times, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and you can just kindly repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So I wasn't quite prepared for this. There was somebody else. They were trying to find somebody else to give the class, but they couldn't find anybody to give the class. So then usually a class has to go on. So then I volunteered to give the class. So sorry, you'll have to put up with me for 30 minutes before the RT. But hopefully I can pray that I can provide you something useful and something meaningful in your spiritual life. So I'll be reading from text 8 of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10. Does anybody know the name of the chapter 10? The title of chapter 10? Anybody? Nope. So the title of the chapter 10 is The Opulence of the Absolute. And the text would be text 8. I don't think anybody has their phones. So what I'll do, I'll just recite the verse a few times, and then you can just repeat after me when we go through the word translation. So I'll recite the verse now. Am sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvan parvantade iti matva bhajanti mam mudabhava samannitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam parvantante iti matva bhajanti mam mudabhava samanvitaha. Please repeat after me. Aham, I, sarvasya, of all, prabhava, the source of generation, mata, from me, sarvam, everything, parvantante, emanates, iti, thus, matva, knowing, bhajante, become devoted, mam, unto me, Buddhaha, the learned, Bhava Samvitaha, with great attention. I am the source, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna says here, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly knows this engages in my devotional service and worships me with all their hearts. Purport. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya, who knows how to apply these teachings, can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. Because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All Vedic literatures agree that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva, and all the other demigods. In the Athar Veda Gopal Tanpani, Upanishad 124, it is said, Yo Brahmanam Vidhati Puravam Yo Vai Vedamscha Gapayanti Sma Krishna. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in the Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Then again, the Narayana Upanishad once says, Atha Purusho Ha Vai Narayano Kamayante Praja Srejayeti. Then the Supreme Personality Narayan desired to create living entities. The Upanishad continues, Narayanad Brahma Jayanti, Narayanad Prajapati Prajayati, Narayade Indriya Jayato, Jayate Narayanad Ashto Vivasho Jayanti, Narayad Ekadasha Nudha Jayanti, Narayanad Dvantadash Jantiya. From Narayan, Brahma is born, and from Narayan, the Parirachas are also born. From Narayan, Indra is born. From Narayan, the 8 Vasus are born. From Narayan, the 11 Rujas are born. From Narayan, the 12 Adityas are born. This Narayan is an expansion of Krishna. It is said in the same Vedas, Brahmanyo Devaki Putra, the son of Devaki. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayan Upanishad 4. Then it is said, Eko Vaya, Narayan Ashin Na Brahma Na Ishano Napo Nagni Samo Name Dvai Aprithvi Na Nakshani Na Surya. In the beginning of the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality of Narayan. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no heaven and earth, no stars in the sky, no sun. Ma Upanishad 1-2. In the Ma Upanishad, it is also said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Thus the Vedas, it is the Supreme Lord, the creator Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. In the Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Pachapatim cha rudram chapi aham eva sajami vai to hi mam na vijayanito mama maya vimohito. The Parachas, Shiva and others are created by me, though they do not know that they are created by me because they are deluded by my illusory energy. In the Varaparana, it is also said, Narayana Paraya Devas, Tasmej Jayatas Chaturmukha, Tasmad Durdro Bhavat Devaha, Sachas Harva Jnanadam Gata. Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from whom Shiva was born. Lord Krishna is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the source of all. Everything is under me, no one is above me. There is a supreme controller other than Krishna. There is no other supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master, with references from Vedic literatures, engages all his energies in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations of Bhagavad Gita and proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination and firmness. Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasya Chadeshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in this verse, Krishna is describing how he is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Here we're getting an idea and a glimpse into Krishna's life and and the powers that he possesses. Krishna is Bhagavan. Bhagavan means one who has full in 6 opulences. So those 6 opulences: power, fame, renunciation, strength, beauty, like that. And so here we can understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person. He is supreme in all regards. He is not like Lord Vishnu. He's not like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. He is the topmost. There cannot be anyone higher than him. And actually Lord Shiva is also saying this. Arjuna is saying this. Everybody is saying this, that Krishna is the supreme. And more so that everything comes from me. So when we have everything in our life, we often don't think about Krishna in our perspective. Especially in a before coming to a spiritual life, most of the times, we're working really hard. Most people in life, they want a good life. How many of us want a good life, right? We all want a good life. We often work 9 to 5. We try to be happy, we satisfy the kids, have a nice home. But have we ever thought, what's this all really meant to be? What is it, what we're going for? Because, it's like when nobody ever thinks about this, but death can come at any time, In fact, we're dying at any moment, we're dying every time, It's like, okay, I'm 25 years old, meaning that 25 years has become old, it's deteriorated. And so there's going to be one point in our life where we're going to be thinking about this deeply, But why wait till the end? Many people will say this, oh, you don't need to perform bhakti. Forget about bhakti. Enjoy your life. Bhakti you can do at any time, right? Do at the end. Why do it now? But actually, no, we should do it now. Because death can come any time and we should be prepared. Because the student is that one that prepares for all circumstances. They say for failing to prepare is preparing to fail. So good student's always prepared for his test. That's how he's going to really pass the test, So life is a examination. Death is a final examination. So we really should take to this process of bhakti. And Krishna is saying that by performing devotion service, which is bhakti, having that worship in my heart, knowing who Krishna is, there's 3 things in spiritual life that we need to understand. Is who we are, first of all. First of all, we're not this body, but we're the spiritual soul. In fact, if we look at this world today, it's such a disorientated. You'll see this, LGBTQ is like so many things, and now it's like plus. But so many problems are happening just because of this simple thing that we're not this body, It's like I'll see another person and we'll make such a big judgment out of it. If only we realize that we're the spirit souls. It's easy, it's easy to say these things. Yeah, I'm the spirit soul, I'm not the body. But what does this really mean? It really means is that we connect with everyone as a spirit soul. And to understand that where we emanated from is from Krishna. Krishna is the chief living entity. Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas is the supreme living entity. And so Krishna has always been part of us. It's described how Krishna is the Paramatma. He's residing within our heart. And he's in there, he's giving us guidance. He's bearing witness. He's always helping us out. And actually, I find this really incredible that it's described that we've had many lives. You know, there's 8.4 million species of life through the aquatics, through the birds. Yeah, so many living and types of living forms. And here we have this human form of life, such a rare opportunity. Bahunam janmanam te gyanvam mam prapadyante. You know, so after many lives, it's described, one has finally the opportunity to come to the human form of life. So we're very fortunate and blessed to have this human form of life. But you know what? There's a problem in this, is that we've taken this human form of life but not knowing the value with it. We're just going through the motions. We need to know what our purpose is. These things are crucial. Otherwise, you know, we're just, it's like a game, you know. It's like we're doing so many things in this game, but then it's like, game over. What are we going to do? You know, then we have to start over again. Why not let's play a game that's eternal, that's always ever fresh? It's described as three properties of the soul: Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So the soul is full of bliss, full of bliss, Chit, full of knowledge, and Ananda, full of blissful, full of Anand, happiness. But we need to know where the source is, how we connect with that source. Unless we connect with that source, we'll be disorientated. It's like a fish in the water. Can a fish live and be happy outside the water? Yes or no? Why not? Exactly, fish will die out of this water. So this is what's happening, that we don't realize it, that we're basically dying of the spiritual, we're bereft of the spiritual things, the spiritual potency. This is why it's mentioned in the Ishopanishad that it's Atmaha, that we're basically committing spiritual suicide because we're neglecting our spirituality. We have both duties, you know. I understand there's the material duties. Yes, we have to raise the kids. Yes, we have to make money in this world. But beyond that, where do we see ourselves? Because all of this is short-lived. This is all temporary, you know. There's nothing meaningful. It's interesting, like in life for me, I'm currently a monk here, and I just find that I wanted to live a life on the edge, you know. I wanted to do something more, and material wasn't satisfying me. Actually, before coming as a monk, I was a semi-pro footballer, and I spent quite some time there, you know. It was great fun, but in life there's always ups and downs, you know. It's like times we struggle, some in depression, so many of these things. And up times we're so proud, yeah, I want this, I want that. You know, so we can get too far ahead of ourselves. So the point I'm making here is that we want to try to live a life where we're continuously blissful. Here we're given such a great opportunity of spiritual life, you know. I mean, I'm a monk, and every day is just a nectarian life, you know. It's like we wake up early in the morning, we see Radha Gokulananda, we greet them, we chant Hare Krishna. This is the happiest life I've ever known to me. I've never known anything higher, you know. Okay, I have worked before. I've done the life that you've been there, and it was nice, but it's still satiated with materialism. You know, there's still this desire for ego. This is one of the biggest problems in relationship, is that, yeah, I'm the one boss, I'm the one, you know, serve me. We don't say it directly, but it's indirectly there, you know, that, yeah, no, please me. But it's never going to work out because we're not meant to be the enjoyers. Bhoktaram yagatapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suryadam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shantam riche. That actually Krishna is the only enjoyer, the only benefactor of everything. It is He who can give us pleasure, because He is full of everything. That's what's described here. That I have everything that you need. Krishna is like our spiritual father, has everything that we could possibly want and need. Why? It's just incredibly silly if you have a wealthy father, you have everything that he could give you, but yet you go out and you still work. Isn't that that's just weird and stupid to do so? But because we're under false impression, then we'll think like this. It's under illusion. This illusion is called Maya, that which is not. Maya is that which has taken our knowledge away. Maya aprata. So here, when we read we're so fortunate that we have books from Srila Prabhupada, giving us this knowledge and understanding the purpose of life, that the purpose of life is to get love of Godhead, to go back to the spiritual world. But unfortunately, the problem is that we came here desiring enjoyment separate from Krishna. We thought, nah, I want to be in the enjoyment. Why does Krishna have to be in the center of attention? Why don't I? No, it's natural sometimes that thought can come up. Oh, yeah, I want to enjoy, But this is the problem. Like fish out of the water. We think we can find some other source of happiness. The grass is greener on the other side, but does it turn out to be the grass is greener on the other side? No. If only we learned the truth. If only, when the parent says, I know it's best. But we didn't know. So I guess we have to learn the hard way. So the best thing is prevent that all happening. Let's not take another birth. We can take so many births. We've taken already so many births to get here. Let's not take one more. Prabhupada was always saying this phrase, let's give this one life to Krishna. But giving this life to Krishna doesn't mean that you have to become a celibate monk like me and just give up everything. No. The idea is that you just give up your attachment for material things. Understand that these material things can be used for a spiritual sense. In this way, then we can liberate ourselves. What does liberation mean? Liberation means to get out of these 4 problems of life. Does anybody know what these 4 problems of life is? Birth, death, old age, and disease. Krishna says, for one who takes birth, one chose to die. And one who chose to die, one has to take birth again. So like this, it's a never-ending cycle. But here we're coming to the temple, and we're blessed. So bhagya. The minute we come here, we hear the holy name. This can liberate us. But it can only have its effect if we are listening attentively and submissively. The key to spiritual life is attitude. One can make advancement in spiritual life just by attitude. It's the same principle applies in material work, You see a hard-working person. If he has a good attitude, you reward him naturally. You'll know he'll progress very nicely. So the same thing comes true for spiritual life. If we have a nice attitude of wanting to be here, to understand what we can do, what we're meant for, where we can go. Spiritual life is so dynamic. That's the thing I really like, is that never 2 days is the same. It's described in the spiritual world how Radharani is nicely cooking up some nice prasadam. Who likes prasadam? Everybody likes? Pizzas, kachoris? What's your favorite? My favorite is chili paneer. So it's described how in the spiritual world Radharani is cooking for Krishna's pleasure. And I find this most amazing that she never cooks the same recipe twice. Imagine the limitless enjoyment. Variety is the mother of enjoyment. So let's tap into this spirituality. Let us understand there's much more to be gained from here. We can go cinemas and that, but it's so satiated. It's temporary. It has to end sometime. But here it's never ending. I love this about spiritual life, Every step is a dance, Every word is a song. Imagine that. Your life will just be always sublime. But it just takes a simple practice, a simple thing of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So one point that Prabhupada mentions in the purport is that a learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly, has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya, and who knows how to apply these teachings, can understand Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual world. So it's not just the case of just having knowledge. You know, they say the power is knowledge, but how is that so? Knowledge is power when we best practice it. Now I can speak, the thing is that we can speak this whole Gita cover to cover. But the problem is we have short-minded. This is the problem. Manda sumanda sabhagya. That in this age of Kali Yuga, there's 4 yugas. And in this age of Kali Yuga, which is the age of darkness, we have these 4 problems. Is that we are short-lived, we have short memory spans, and that we're quarreling, we're hypocritic, and another problem which I can't think of. But here we're so fortunate that we can come to the temple and we can take to the process. In other processes, we have karma yoga, we have jnana yoga. In other processes, it's not maybe so accessible, you know, we have to work a little bit. But here we can just take to the Maha Mantra, such a sublime and straightforward process. And that's why Vyasadeva, after knowing this future, he has written the Bhagavad Gita, he's written these Puranas. It's described how Vyasadeva has written the Mahabharata, he's written the 108 Upanishads, 18 Puranas, he's written everything. But yet he was dissatisfied, Vyasadeva. And so then later, Narada Muni, everybody knows Narada Muni, right? Narada Muni is a great sage among the demigods. And he can travel up and down. So Narada Muni is the guru of Vyasadeva. So the guru came in front of Vyasadeva and saying, what's wrong? What's happening? You wrote in everything. You touched about spirituality. You've touched about the Vedas, you know, every subject could. But you're still not satisfied. What's the problem? You know, it's like, you have every knowledge. This is it. This is power. But no, there's something... but Narada Muni is saying, you're a fool. Because you know why? Because you haven't spoken about Krishna directly. So Krishna should be the center of our attention, the center of our attraction. Because Krishna can give us everything unlimitless. So we should try to put Krishna in that thing. How do we do that? Simple thing that Krishna mentions in the last verse, on the 18th chapter, text 65. Krishna mentions, Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam ivashi satyam te patijano priyosi me. So Krishna mentions that the perfect way to do that is these 4 things. Do you want to know what these 4 things are? Haribo, I can hear you. Yes? So these 4 things Krishna describes is, always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise this to you because you are my dear friend. So Arjuna, after hearing this, found that Krishna was his dear friend. I really like that. That Krishna is very personal. He's not just saying this philosophy to Arjuna. Actually, Arjuna is just a representative. He doesn't need to hear it. He's perfected this process. But he's taken this role just for our benefit. So for us to understand that Krishna is our well-wisher. He's always looking out for us. And he's the ultimate cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Satchidananda Vigraha. He's full of bliss, full of everything that we could imagine. So when we look beyond things, you know, sometimes life puts us down, you know, we have so many things, so many challenges. But have we ever once thought about why are these challenges happening for me? What's causing him to be like this? And what's causing that to be like this? And so it's described actually that these challenges, whatever's happening in these things, is all sent by Krishna. And Krishna never gives you any harder challenge than that you're meant to. have. He's always giving you lessons so that he can come back to you. Krishna is always kind. Although we've turned our backs away to Krishna, Krishna never turned his back towards us. It's described how Krishna is so kind that even if we turn one step to Krishna, he will take 100 steps to us. But are we even willing to take that one step? Doesn't seem like it. Because action speaks louder than words. So let's try and just have a simple method of this. Just think of Krishna. When you go and see Radha Gokulananda, think about how beautiful they were. Think about everything that's been provided you by Radha Gokulananda. A simple thing. We can put Radha Gokulananda as our Lord. We can have a relationship with the Lordships. We can have Krishna. It's described how we can have 5 different kinds of relationships. Those are of neutrality, friendship, parental, conjugal. So there's different ways to connect Krishna. Krishna is Yashodananda. He's the son of Yashoda. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He's the master of everything. Matta Paranam Ninyat. He's the supreme. No one can reign him. Nobody can control him. But here Yashoda is beating him like anything. When it comes to binding him when Krishna's naughty, stealing all the butter, So we can also have that pastime with Krishna, For me, I always see Krishna as my parents, He's always looking after me, he's always showering me blessings, always looking out for me. So it's nice, So we can connect with Krishna in different ways. So connect with Krishna when you go, before you leave. Think about him. Such nice things. And become his devotee. Simple thing, Just understand that if we are devoted to Krishna, Krishna will provide everything. No problem. We don't have to strive for everything. I was just listening to a lecture in the early days of Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was saying, this movement has so much money, and the fun fact is that nobody's working. Not a single person was working in the movement at that time. But so much money was coming, because Krishna arranges always. And if he doesn't, he has a purpose, he has a reason. We may not always see it to it, but we should have faith and trust in it. It's like, I'll give you this story of, you like a story, right? This story was of a girl in a plane. And it was the turbulent times in the plane. Plane was going up and down. And everybody was freaking out. It's like, what's happening? It's like, are we going to land? Are we going to make it back to safely? And everybody got out of their seats, It's so turbulent. It looks like it's going to crash. And then one passenger looked towards this girl, and she's just, playing games, having fun. It's like, what's happened? It's like, why are you disturbed? We're going to die. We're going to die. And the girl's like, no. It's like, don't worry. My father's the plane. He's sitting at the plane. If anybody wants to die, he'll make you die before me. He's the one who's going to save me because he's my father. So because of this relationship, if we have this relationship, we're guaranteed all protection. No problem. So become Krishna's devotee and worship him. Offer your homage unto him. And in this way, Krishna says, you will come to me without fail. Krishna is giving you his guarantee, his protection. Nobody can give a guarantee unlike Krishna. This is our life insurance for life, Anybody can say these things, but who can really provide under all circumstances, Krishna's guarantee that you will come to me without things. And this is the most confidential knowledge. Not many people know this, We're going through life. Let's not go through life. Let's grow through life. These are beautiful things. So I'm going to stop here. We have about 5 minutes. I was just thinking if you have any comments, questions, any reflections, share with me. See what you have in mind, and let's take it there. Any questions? Hare Krishna. Anybody with questions or comments? Yes. Mm-hmm. No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, you're doing a great gift, great service. Actually, Jesus is actually the son of Krishna. Actually, it's the son of the Lord. So if you glorify the son of the Lord, you also get the same benefit. It's described how actually Krishna is like the sun. Now, do we ever say it's a Hindu sun, the Muslim sun? No, sun is the sun. So there's no wrong in saying the names of God. Every tradition has its name of God. And if you're in a different type of sect or religion, there's no problem. But we should try to perform it perfectly. This is what Prabhupada was saying, that we should, there's like commandments. The first commandment in Christianity is what? Thou shalt not kill. But what do? We kill. But indirectly, we're having meat and so many of these things. So but the main message is to have love of God. That's the main thing, That's the purpose. So there's no wrong in that. Yes. Hare Krishna. Ishvara means the supreme controller, and Bhagavan means one of 6 opulences. So Ishvara is contained within Bhagavan, so there's no difference. It's just Ishvara is addressing the Supreme Lord as a supreme controller. Yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So I'd like to thank you so much for listening to me, for putting me up. I hope that was something invaluable for you to take away with you. I'd like you to request you to come back. We even have some prasadam probably in the Haveli. And thank you for listening to me. We'll have Gaurarati now. So I request everybody to stand up and we'll have some kirtan and we'll have some fun and dance like no ever. Hare Krishna.
Oh, really? Krishna meant you to give first.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Are you going to play Mridanga?
Tomorrow's trying to find a good one. We'll take that for now and then we'll swap it.
Just go a little bit. Thank you. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Adatika Shabha Bolo. Jana Vita Davane Jagamanala Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Shaba. Follow! Everyone! Jana Vitagavane Jagamanala. All together. Dakine nitaidan Bamegadadada Nidanana Bamegadadada Nikate Advaita Sini छत्रधार श्रीनिवास छत्रधार बसियाछे घोड़ाचांद रत्न सिंहासने आरती करे न ब्रह्म आदिदेवा